Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a contest video for a channel that I recently discovered in the VC, and that is Dr. Oktober. Dr. Oktober, real personable guy from Hungary, I believe. I've been watching his last few videos, and he subscribed to my channel. I subscribe to his. I encourage you to do the same. I think you'll like his material, and I think you'll like him. He's really cool. And his contest is he wants to show us to show 3 soundtracks. Keep the video under 8 minutes and just chat a little bit about the soundtracks and what they mean to you. So I usually don't buy soundtracks, but I do have a few in my collection. The first one I'm going to show is the original Broadway cast version of Hair. This came out in 1968. It's beat to heck. I didn't really take care of it the way I should have. I've had it since 1968. There's a story here. My aunt was involved with this guy who was a press agent for Hair, and they were common law man and wife. They lived together for, I don't know, 12 years or something. And he used to go on the road and spread the word in Boston, Philly, Washington, D.C., wherever the off-Broadway stuff was taking place. They would have these shows of Hair, not just on Broadway itself, but in other mostly East Coast cities. And he got me this album a long time ago and turned me on to it. In fact, there was a famous nude scene at the end of it, I believe, as well. There was a movie that came out in 1979, which I really liked, starring John Savage, Treat Williams, Beverly D'Angelo, actors and actresses you don't hear much about today, but they were fairly known in their day. It was directed by Milos Forman, who directed One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He also did Hair, and I think it's a good translation of the stage play. This had 4 hits that made it to the charts by big name artists at the time, mostly in 1969, the year after the show hit the stage. I'm talking about Easy to Be Hard, which was done by Three Dog Night. Aquarius, Let the Sunshine In, which is the Fifth Dimension. They had a #1 song with that. What else? The title track, Hair, the Cowsills, a kid group, which was, the basis for the Partridge Family. They had a hit with Hair. And Good Morning Starshine, which is a ballad, a real catchy song that was done by the star Oliver at the time. So that's #1. #2 is the American Graffiti soundtrack from the film 1973. Now, this covers the nostalgia era of what took place between the beginning of rock and roll with Elvis and Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and before the Beatles hit. So in the early 60s, that's when this movie takes place, and that's when a lot of these songs are from. This is a killer soundtrack, absolutely killer. The movie starred Richard Dreyfuss, Ron Howard, Cindy Williams, and there's a cameo by Wolfman Jack as well as a disc jockey. But this kicks off with Rock Around the Clock, the Bill Haley and the Comets classic. You got Runaway by Del Shannon, Johnny Be Good, Chuck Berry, Why Do Fools Fall in Love by Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, which is a favorite of mine. Maybe Baby, That'll Be the Day by Buddy Holly, Chantilly Lace by The Big Bopper. The Platters have 2 songs, The Great Pretender, Smoke It's in Your Eyes. Love Potion #9's on here. I Only Have Eyes for You. Some of the great doo-wop songs. Since I Don't Have You, Come Go With Me by the Del Vikings. Green Onions by Booker T and the MGs, which is an instrumental that's, if you hear it, you know it. A couple Beach Boys tunes. Other groups of that era, the Diamonds, the Monotones, and the Crests. So this is well worth having. It's in pretty good shape. I only played it a few times, and I'm not into the vinyl scene anymore. I went switched over to CDs a number of years ago. Anyway, this should have won Best Picture in '73. The Sting won, which is a nice movie with Redford and Newman, but I always had a fondness for American Graffiti. It kicked off a whole nostalgia era in the '70s. Happy Days, a TV show, very successful with the Fonz. Laverne and Shirley was a spin-off of that. And even Sha Na Na had their own syndicated show, so they capitalized on this craze as well. 80s, 1984, Footloose, starring Kevin Bacon, Laurie Singer as the couple in the Midwest starting their own little dance craze. This has the Kenny Loggins song to kick it off. There's other artists on here, such as Denise Williams, Let's Hear It for the Boy. That's a familiar song. Bonnie Tyler's on here. Sammy Hagar, Carla Bonoff. There's a number of people. It's not a lot of songs. It's only a single album. American Graffiti, by the way, is a double album. You get a bang for your buck. Anyway, Footloose from 1984, starring a young Kevin Bacon. Those are my three. Let's get Dr. Robert a lot of entries, and subscribe to his show if you haven't already. He's a great guy. Thanks a lot. Take care. Have a great day.